and welcome back to my channel. So I didn't know if I was ever gonna be filming a YouTube video again in my life. As some of you probably know, if you've watched my videos before, I'm just gonna pop this camera back just a sec, just a little bit. There you go. Yeah, I didn't know if I was ever going to film a YouTube video again, because I actually haven't put a video on YouTube for, I think it's like 4 or 5 months, and before that I don't think I'd uploaded since maybe October, November time in 2023. So it's been a really long time, and to be honest, I'm completely out of practice like filming like vlogs or anything like that. But just to give you a very quick rundown of what's been going on since I last filmed, or since I last put anything on YouTube. So basically, over the last well, actually since January 2024, we've actually been doing a really big house renovation on a house we bought in July 2022. So we actually bought this house with the intention to do loads of work to it, and we've been literally like living in this house renovation for the last 8 months, and it's been an absolute roller coaster. It's been so fun at times. We've literally had like the time of our life, and watching like something that we're building come to life has been amazing. And other times it has been so stressful, and so like from one day to another you don't know what's going on, and it's just everything's up in the air, and it's just yeah, it's been a roller coaster, but mainly good. But it's been going on for a long time. So we're now nearly 9 months into the renovation now, actually, because we started on the first week of January. We've done quite a big renovation. So I think I've actually, no I have, I did a YouTube video. That was my last one. It was a loft conversion tour, which I put on YouTube just to kind of show like where we was up to with the renovation. So the loft's actually completely finished now, which is amazing. I'm currently sitting in it at the moment, and it's actual chaos. I won't even show you until I've tidied it up, because it's literally, I'm surrounded by like boxes and birthday bits and pieces and like all sorts of stuff. But the loft's completely finished. Right, we're back. We did have a battery die, but we're back. So since that's been going on, so then we've done, I can't even remember where I'm up to, but basically we finished the loft. We are nearly getting there downstairs, which is so exciting. So in this video I'm going to do like a tour of where we're up to right now, because this is where it starts to get really exciting. I think we've kind of gone through all of the bits that you can't really see, and all the groundwork stuff that is like the long stuff that takes a while, and it isn't as exciting as the next bit. So I'm going to show you all of that like in this video as well. Also, amongst this whole time that we've that I've not been filming, that I haven't been filming, we actually went travelling, which was amazing. We decided that during the time that we was having some of our work done in the house, some of the like big structural stuff, that we were going to go travelling to some places that we wanted to tick off our bucket list. And basically the reason behind that was that we had been saving lots of our air miles since we got married, since we moved, and since we've been doing the loft conversion. We're really like on it with our air miles, and we had some vouchers to use. We had loads of air miles saved up, and we were just kind of thinking like, realistically, when are we going to get to use them? So we decided that actually we was going to take a sabbatical and go travelling for 6 weeks, which was unbelievable. But we have actually vlogged the entire thing, which I'm so glad, because I feel like I've forgotten so much of it already. But God knows when those videos are going to be edited, but there is like 6 weeks worth of videos, which I'm so glad that I'll be able to look back on like in years to come to like say that we did that. But just to give you a very quick overview on what we did. So we actually started off in Boston, which was one of the most amazing places I've ever been to. I absolutely loved Boston. It was like a mixture of London and New York. That's how I've kind of described it to people that haven't been, in the best kind of way. It's like a perfect mix of like 2 of them together. And then also we then flew to Toronto, and we did Niagara Falls, which was like a dream come true. And then we went to Calgary to go to a place called Banff, which is right in the Rockies in Canada, which was one of the best places I've ever seen in my life. And then after that we went to Vegas, which was really cool. So me and Ross experienced Vegas together for the first time. I've actually been before for my best friend's hen do, but we had such a lovely time in Vegas. And then we went to LA to go to Disney, because we actually needed to catch a flight back from LA to Heathrow to use our air mile ticket. So so we did that, and then we come back for 2 days, and then we flew to Japan for 2 weeks, which was unbelievable. Like, to even say that we did it is crazy. But yeah, it's been an absolute whirlwind of a year so far. It's just been crazy, the things that we've done, and that's why I've not really vlogged, to be honest, because life's kind of been a bit up in the air. But I've always wanted to come back and film YouTube videos, but I just didn't know when it was going to happen. So I didn't want to say, oh, I'm going to film a YouTube video and then just like completely fail. And God knows if this is even going to end up on the internet. But yeah, it's been an amazing time. I feel really, really lucky that we've been able to do the things that we've done this past year. We're really, really proud of the house as well. It's literally been like, for me and Ross, we've always, in our first house, which was our old house, we basically wanted to do lots of work to that house and make it our own, and we're really into interior stuff anyway. But the house that we lived in, we couldn't really do what we wanted to do to it, which is why we moved to this house. And I feel like this house has literally become exactly what me and Ross have like always dreamed of being able to do, and it's like perfectly like our style and our taste on things, and it's got some really quirky things as well, which we're really proud of. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to showing you or giving you a proper tour. One of our really good friends actually, who is a videographer, well actually two of Ross's really good friends are videographers, who actually videoed our wedding. I'm actually going to ask them to come round once all the work's done to film like a proper good quality like house tour, because that's what they're like. They're amazing at that, so I'm hoping that I can get it done like professionally, and put it onto YouTube to kind of show like bits and pieces that we've done, and also give any tips and tricks to anyone who's about to go through building work, or generally just interested in that kind of thing, because it's something I really enjoy watching. But yeah, so that's what's been going on the last nearly 9 months. It's been actually crazy. But yeah, life is good, and I thought I'd start off filming a little vlog. I don't know where this week's going to end up. I don't know what we're going to end up doing. We've got a very, very exciting week for the house. But I'll show you that in a second. I don't know where I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do a little tour in this video to show you where we're up to right now and what we're planning to happen. And then yeah, I'll just vlog from now on all the exciting things that are happening, like the kitchen going in and the house being rendered and all of that other really like cool like aesthetic stuff that's like really interesting to see. Because really the last couple of months you would not have enjoyed seeing. The house has literally been covered in mud pretty much all of the time. Covered in mud and dust. Yeah, it's been a messy one, to be honest. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm really glad, as I said, I'm really glad that we had the opportunity to do this. We feel like we're very lucky that we've been able to do this. And I would probably say I would never do it again in my entire life. Ever. I think it's an experience that if you do it once in your life, great, but I don't think I'm going to rush to do it again until I forget, and I don't have the best memory, so hopefully that's not too long. But until I forget the roller coaster that it's been, I don't plan on doing it again. But yeah, so hope you enjoy this video, and I'll stop rambling on and we will start the weekly vlog, the first one in literally forever. Right, so since I last caught up with you, which has probably been about 3 or 4 hours ago, I've actually cleared out this whole area, which you would have seen it if I would have done a before clip, but I did not do that because I didn't actually mean to start what I started doing, and then it kind of just carried on snowballing. But basically over this area of our bedroom, we've got all of our new bedding for our new bed. This is all our old bedding stuff, apart from this throw which I got recently, but this is all for a double, and this is now king size, so we're actually going to wait until all the carpets have been done in the house before we do all our bedding, because all the floors like still like not great. But all along this wall here and behind this chair was like full all the way up of like loads of pillows, loads of throws, like loads of just random bedding stuff. So basically what I've done, apart from these 2 pillows which I couldn't fit in, basically what I've done is squished it all into our little eaves cupboard under here. So this is like full to the brim, so I'm going to actually close that so Tiki doesn't get in, because that's like her favourite place to try and get in, which lucky enough she can't now because there's actually like a pull door opener on it, so she can't actually figure it out. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing and making this area just look a little bit nicer. We do have Tiki's litter tray in here, which isn't ideal, but basically yesterday. On one of the days last week, we was having the flooring screeded in the kitchen, and I was working up here, and it meant that she was working up here with me as well. She couldn't go down into the garden building because obviously you can't stand on the floor for like 24 hours. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. So Ross, where was I going with this? So the litter tray was obviously up here in our bedroom, and I haven't taken it downstairs yet, but she doesn't really use it, to be honest, because if the back door's open, she goes out in the back garden, so it's not too bad. But we are going to take that down at some point this evening. But the room looks so much tidier now. It was literally just full of chaos. Don't mind this section, which we haven't finished working on yet, but yeah, so that's what I've been up to, trying to get the bedroom kind of tidy. Oh, speak of the little angel herself. Good morning. So I've actually decided to leave filming until this morning because it was getting a bit dark last night. So and we don't have any electricity in this area, so I thought I'd quickly show you what the house is looking like at the moment before the roofer turns up to basically finish roofing, or roofing, don't think that's the right term, roofing this ceiling. But I'm going to give you a very quick tour of what's going on in this room, because this is actually going to be our new kitchen dining room. Right, so I'll show you from when you first walk into the room here at the entrance, which is through the hallway. So I'll show you that in a second, because that's a little bit scary, but I'll show you that in a minute. So you first come in here, and basically the kitchen area is all going to be on this side, and the dining area is all going to be on this side. So as you walk in here, you can kind of see the area that we've kind of got. I can't actually zoom out, unfortunately. I'm zoomed out as far as I can be zoomed out, but just to give you a bit of an idea, so basically where we're looking at right now, there's going to be a like American style fridge freezer there. I can see something moving there, and there's actually Mr. Squirrels on the fence. So yeah, the fridge freezer is going to be here. There's then going to be a cupboard here with like an open slim pantry, and then you come over here, and this is where the kettle, oh, let me turn my alarm off, 7:20 in the morning. This is where the kettle's going to be, and there's going to be a cupboard up here as well. And then we come over here, and this is where the butler sink's going to be. There's going to be a dishwasher. I think the dishwasher's under here somewhere. Then we've got the sink going along here. Obviously these are all like new windows and stuff that we've that are completely new to the house. We haven't moved them from anywhere else, and we've actually gone, not that you can really see because they're very, very dirty, but the insides are white with black handles, and the outsides are all black, but I'll show you that in a separate part anyway. But yeah, we're really happy with them, and all these windows actually open at the bottom, which is really nice. We actually designed these exactly how we wanted them, and then all three of the little ones open as well. I think they're called fan windows, but they open like that, so that's really cool. Really happy with that. Then we move over into this corner here, and basically there's going to be, I think there's going to be a cupboard here actually. We've moved things around a couple of times, but I'm pretty sure the cupboards go in here. We've got double sockets here, so I was thinking if we have like the air fryer, or if I have like a slow cooker on, at least then I've got two other plugs for other things as well, which is cool. So this is going to be like a really cool prep area for making dinners and stuff like that. And then over here next to this, which is actually a still and a waste pipe, we're going to have some open shelving that kind of wraps around the still. And then as we go over here, this bit here where the ceiling has lowered, because this is actually an original extension that we couldn't raise the height of because it was already done, and the whole of the loft conversion sits on top of this as well. So this is a little bit more snug, which I'll show you in a second, but I actually think it's going to look very cool. But we're going to have a mantle, like a little mantle, what's it called, extractor fan cover built in here, with a hob here. It needs to be like a certain distance from the still, so it's kind of a little bit more over this way. And then over here we're going to have a double oven put in, and some shelving, and then all along the bottom is drawers, which is really cool. And then as we turn round, it's hard to kind of gauge where this island actually goes, but I think this is roughly where it goes. So I think from around here the island starts, so it's actually a 3-chaired island that's going to go here. So it's, I can't remember the actual measurements, but it's, you can definitely fit 3 stools on it around this kind of area. And then where this ceiling raises back up again. That's where the island light's going to hang from. But yeah, if I move over here, you can kind of see a little bit better where the ceiling is kind of dropped. So yeah, we was going to kind of like box around it, and then it kind of looked a bit messy having like different areas for different parts of the room, like different ceiling heights. So I think this area is going to look really cozy, which I'm actually really excited for. And then we come in here, and this is actually going to be our utility room. So this has a pocket door system that's built into this stud wall here. It's going to be very dark in here because again, we don't have any electricity, but basically we're going to have a sink here with a microwave built into a top unit, and then some storage underneath, and then we're actually going to have the washer dryer stacked here. And then over here we're going to have a little bit of wall space, which we might put some extra storage from, or I've got this idea that I really want to do, which is like a fridge magnet wall, because obviously the fridge is going over there and I want that to be kept quite neat and tidy, but I've collected loads of fridge magnets from travelling, so I want to like collect them all in here. I think that'll look really cool. Also I think I'm going to spend a lot of time in here, so yeah, I just kind of want to make it look really cool. Also, one thing to mention as well, all of our backsplashes are actually going to be brick slipped. So this whole wall here is going to be brick slipped, and then the whole wall opposite is going to be brick slipped as well, but also the small area kind of behind the sink is also going to be brick slipped. So it's going to have loads of character, which I'm really excited about. Then we come over here. Sorry, it's probably very echoey, and this is the dining area. So we're going to have a dining table that's going to run along here. We're thinking of putting some chairs over here. We've got a chair already that fits into this space, but it overhangs the bifold, and I don't really like the look of that. So we might sell it on Facebook Marketplace and potentially get like some chairs that kind of fit more into these corners. That's what we're kind of toying with at the moment. We've also got Chesterfield, which is a really old one that's got loads of character, which we're thinking about putting in there, so you can kind of get a tour of the garden, which this is what it's looking like at the moment. I actually sprained my ankle last week around this area, so I've got a little bit of trauma relating to this area, which is not great. But yeah, this is what the garden is looking like at the moment. It's all going to obviously eventually get sorted, and then we've actually done some extra little details over here. So this here is an echo show, so we're actually going to use it like a home hub for like reminders and stuff like that. So we've actually recessed that into the wall, and we've put a plug just behind it so we can replace it if we need to, kind of thing. And then over here as well, this was something that I asked the builder to add me in. This is where there's kind of just a little niche for different like decorative things, only because I love decorating for different seasons, and I don't really have a lot of surfaces to decorate on in here, so I thought this would be quite nice. And then when I'm not decorating for a season, I can kind of put like a diffuser or photo frame or whatever in here. This doesn't have any lighting, which we could have had lighting, but I haven't asked for it. I don't think I've asked for it anyway. So yeah, so that would just be shelves, which is nice. And then obviously all of the rewiring does like loads of different things in here. There's like loads of different light systems going on, because we've got wall lights and counter lights and island lights and all that kind of stuff. And also over here we're going to have a little radiator in this area. We was originally going to have underfloor heating, but we've actually scrapped that because it saved a little bit of money on our budget, and it was going to be more hassle than it was going to be worth, because it meant the whole of the floor needed digging up for it to work everywhere. It was just turning into a bit of a nightmare, so we decided to scrap that, which is good for the budget though. And then along this back wall as well, we're also going to have a really big thick radiator, like an old-fashioned radiator. It's actually going to be reinforced on the other side of the wall, so it can fully take the weight of it. So that's all kind of in the works at the moment. And then over here we're going to have a TV, and then we've got some lights. There's some that are going on there as well, for little decorative wall lights. And Mr. Squirrel's back again. Oh, he's completely stopped in his tracks. So yeah, so this is what the room's looking like at the moment. It's actually going to be measured tomorrow by Ren for our last fitting, and then it's going to be plastered on Tuesday, which is very exciting. So now I've shown you the garden. This is what the hallway is currently looking like. So yesterday we had these huge stills put back into our living room, and now this wall this week is going to be knocked down and completely rebuilt with a new door going over here. Rather than over here. So this is completely full of storage and all of our old bits and pieces and new stuff that's going in the house. So that's a bit of a dumping ground at the moment. And this is our little in-house well, which is great. But yeah, this is all going to be completely transformed, which is super exciting. But yeah, that's what the progress is on this room at the moment. And just very quickly before my battery dies, this is actually going to be an open cloakroom. So we've got a downstairs toilet over here, which is going to be really cool. I'm really excited for this room. Ross is completely decorating this himself, and there is a black sink and black toilet going in, which is very cool. And again, we've got a pocket door system going here, and then over here it's going to be a boot room. So it's going to be an open boot room with peg rails and like a shelf, not a shelf, a lift up drawer to put all our shoes in. So yeah, I'm really excited for how this area is going to look. Just right now it doesn't look great, but it's gonna get there. Right, then just finally, before my battery does die, this is what our bathroom is looking like at the moment. So it's completely had a move around since we first moved in. We're actually putting a D-shaped bath into this area with a little niche, which is going to be really cool. We've then got this slatted panel that goes all the way up on the ceiling, on this suspended ceiling here. We've got some niches and the new toilet, and then just behind me is the new shower and the new shower system. We're just waiting for this wall to be boxed in now, and then this can all start to be tiled and plastered, which is very exciting. Hello, so it is a little bit later on now. I've had a busy old morning, but I've just done something that is like a little bit of a surprise for Ross, a little bit special, because he actually mentioned he wanted something. We wanted this yesterday. So I went out this morning and I went and got some bits from Morrison's to make it for him. So basically, very long story short, I used to have a baking business where I used to bake cookies. And one of the cookies I had was called Chip Off the Old Choc, which was a chocolate chip cookie with dairy milk, Cadbury, and then it was topped with sea salt and more chocolate chips, and it was like Ross's favourite cookie and he named it for me. Anyway, he said to me yesterday when we were watching telly that he really fancied one. So I went to Morrison's, I got some of the like ready-made cookie like blocks. It's not great, but it's like still okay. And I just whacked them in the air fryer. I've added some chocolate chips and I melted some Cadbury's dairy milk on it and topped with some chocolate chips. They didn't have any chocolate ones, I only had milk. But anyway, I'm going to show you what it looks like. And also, it's actually September the 1st today, which is obviously like going into the autumn season, which is when I would usually be baking. So it kind of feels like a little bit of like normality for me whilst cooking in this. This is what the current kitchen is. So this is what we've currently got. We've got a everything gets covered in dust literally as soon as you clean it, but we've got a an air fryer, kettle, toaster and a microwave, and these are the cookies that I've made. There you go. So they're a little bit burnt, and to be honest they're not the best, but the thought was there. So that's what I've been doing for the last half hour, which has been really fun actually. I've really enjoyed it. That's the rest of the dairy milk, but very excitingly, so the roofers have actually been round this morning and they've been doing all of the flat roof, which we've been so excited for, to actually get the house completely waterproof. Anyway, I'll show you what they've been doing so far. They've just gone to have a little lunch break, so obviously I'm not going to film them. But yeah, this is what it's looking like so far. Oh, it's very bright. There we go. I don't know the process of how all this bit works, but they like heat up the thing with like a gas or something, because it was funny, I was like walking out of these doors to put something in the freezer, and he didn't realise I was there, and he had like an open torch, and I made him jump. I think that's the torch over there. But yeah, so this is all very exciting. This is coming along. Also, I haven't really given you an update of this room, but that's a whole separate thing in itself. But this is like one of my favourite rooms ever, and this is the view out of this room. Absolutely love this one. Yes, I'm going to cover these up, and then I'm going to do some more arts and crafty stuff today. I think we're not going out until later on this evening, which I don't know if I mentioned, but it's actually my mum's birthday today, which is really nice. So we're all going out for a really big family meal this evening. There's like 13 of us going. It's Ross's mum and my sister's boyfriend's mum as well, so it's like a really big group of us, which is really, really nice. And yeah, we're going out for a big dinner to celebrate her birthday, which I'm really excited for. So I've kind of got the whole day like to do whatever we want, and then we're going out this evening. So yeah, I'm just gonna do some artsy crafty bits and see where the day takes me. I think it's like 10, is it 10:30 now? No, it's 11 now actually. I've been baking a lot longer than I thought I was going to, but I'm gonna go take these up to Ross and surprise him. We are going out for dinner for my mum's birthday, so I'm just gonna grab the bits over here that I need. So I've wrapped up all her presents already. I actually got her from me and, oh, that's her anniversary card. I actually got her from me and Ross a trip to the Emma Bridgewater factory to do a tour and to have afternoon tea and to decorate a piece of pottery, which is really nice. And I got her a little bit of fudge and also a candle, which I've got over here, because this actually smells like our first, there's basically a candle that Next brought out called Lime Grove when we moved into our first house, and this candle from TK Maxx smells exactly like it. Me and my mum love it, so I've grabbed her one of them for her present as well. And then I just got her a little badge to put on as well, saying it's my birthday. And then Ross has got the other most important things, which is her birthday cake, which is like a buttercream cake with some flowers on it from Morrison's, and some candles and some magazines that I finished reading. So we're ready to go.
Yep, let's go.
Good morning. Apologies in advance for my voice. In the last couple of days, I've managed to contract a horrible cough and now I'm losing my voice. But I thought I'd just give you an update on the house because massive things happened. Well, a couple of things have happened since I last filmed. So first of all, you may remember in previous clips, I think I would have showed this in the previous clip, but basically along here there was our living room wall, and very traditional to the house, it actually steps in, so it kind of created this awkward angle here, which we were having problems with, trying to like fit furniture around and trying to like get a good layout of this room. Also dead ahead of us as well is our fireplace. When we first started the renovation, we were actually toying with knocking out this chimney and recentering it, but basically this is still a live working chimney, so it would mean that we would have to basically flute a chimney up, which was going to cost literally like £7,000. It was just so expensive because you had to like piece together the whole thing all the way up the 3 floors. So we decided against that, and we actually decided just to keep the chimney where it is. So it is off centre, but this is obviously the way this room was originally meant to be. Also, we've bulked out the chimney a little bit. I don't know if I can get over there and show you. This hasn't been done like recently, this was done months ago, but just to give you a bit of an idea. Also, there's Tiki Cat. This is a little sport, she likes to sleep. So yeah, we bulked it out either side because the fireplace we've got is really big and basically the chimney wasn't big enough, so yeah, that's been bulked out. Also over here, I don't know if you can vaguely see, you can, yeah, this is a new still that's gone across here, and basically this here is where our TV is going to go. So this green outline is the size of the TV, and there's an orange outline just underneath, which is where the sideboard's going to come up to. So basically we were kind of sitting here, which is where the sofa's going to be, looking out the view to try and work out like the proportions and the size and stuff. So so we sorted that out yesterday, so that's kind of all in the works at the moment. But the big thing that happened, I don't know if I filmed this bit of it, I don't know, but this still and this still went in over the weekend. There was an original still here anyway, but we've replaced it and connected it to this one. And then this wall this wasn't a wall, this was always an opening because this was a long through lounge, but this bit here has all been knocked down. So this was a full like not three, I was going to say 3 brick, it wasn't 3 brick, but it was a very thick brick wall that went here, and our builder actually took this down yesterday. It took all day because obviously this is an original wall, so it's pretty well built, to be honest. But yeah, he also took this ceiling down. This ceiling actually had very, very, very mild asbestos in it. We had the whole house tested for asbestos before we moved in, and this one did have, it was like the lowest grade, so it's there, but it wasn't considered to be dangerous. But anyway, he's taken the whole thing down because by the time you've cut into it for bits and pieces, you can't really make it good again because it's just like uneven. So anyway, he's taken that down yesterday, sorry, and he's also taken down this bit which the plumbers need to access to hook the radiator up that's in that bedroom. So basically this all come down yesterday, and today this is being rebuilt again. So we're having it rebuilt in wood. You might be able to see here very, very faintly. This is where the door opening is going to be for the new, for the living room. It's going to be a new door opening. When you come in here, we're actually going to have a long thin radiator up here because basically the main heat source, the main heat source is obviously going to be the fireplace, which we will have on quite a lot. So it's only going to be like one of these radiators, and also we need the wall space because we're planning on putting our 3-seater sofa along this wall, and then we've got some wall picture lights going across here. This wall's all going to be panelled. Across all of here is going to be panelled as well, but that's going to be the main like panelled feature. There's just a wire hanging right next to me. But so this was the progress yesterday, which is really, really exciting. He's propped some acros back up again. He did say he took them down, but he's put them back up again just to be safe until this wall goes back up. And then I think these are our last acros. And he actually said to us the other day that he was using every acro that they had on our house, so they had to go and buy more acros for other jobs that they've got. These are the last 3, and I'm so glad when they're gone. So this is really exciting. So this is what it's looking like from over here. So this will be our living room. It's kind of throwing you off a little bit because we've got a sofa, we've got an old-fashioned like Chesterfield over there. Well, that was weird. I thought someone was walking towards the front door then. And loads of furniture, and our new door windows are here as well. I might quickly show you those. You can kind of see we've gone every window that we've got is a black exterior and a white interior, but the front door is completely black, which we absolutely love. Also, we've got some fluted glass panels as well to go either side. This is reality of living in a renovation. Everything is covered in dust. This sofa we was actually going to clean up and sell. I don't think we're going to now. I think we're just going to get rid of it because I don't actually think even like a hospice or a charity would take it from us. This is actually our dining table here, which has been dismantled. We've got like a little rebounding trampoline over here. These are all the things that basically we couldn't fit in other rooms because they were too big to get up and down the stairs, so they've stayed here. And she literally loves it in here. It's actually quite funny, but she does this because when we try and take her down to Paul's place, and like when the builders start, we can't really reach her, and she like hides under all this. She absolutely loves it. I think she's going to really miss this when this is all back to normal and boring. So that was done. I don't think there's anything else down here. The only other thing as well is over here into I've got loads of washing going because the washing machine's been disconnected for days, so I had loads of washing building up, so been literally got up first thing this morning and carried on washing. But we moved the dining chairs in here, which even seeing them in here is so crazy. Like, I can't believe that they're like, obviously they're not staying in here, they've all got to be cleaned because again they're absolutely covered in dust.
Good evening. So it's Thursday night now. This vlog's gonna have jumped around bloody everywhere this week. It is 11 minutes to 10 on a Thursday evening. I've literally just got in bed, or sitting on my bed. I've had such a crazy busy evening since I finished work. I've been like running around sorting things out in the house. I've done some ironing. I thought there was ironing behind me, but I've done some ironing. I've sorted all the washing out downstairs, you know, like boring bits and pieces, because basically tomorrow is another very exciting house renovation day. So this day was actually meant to happen on Tuesday gone, but basically our builders have like a couple of different jobs, and they've booked the plasterers for like the whole of this week, and they went to their other job for the first 3 days, and then basically we have them I think tomorrow and Friday. which is good. So basically what they're going to be doing tomorrow is plastering the whole of the extension and the downstairs utility room and the downstairs toilet. So they're not going to be plastering the new living room or hallway or anything like that yet tomorrow, unfortunately, which I really hope they was, but the walls are not fully finished and they haven't been boarded. But even seeing like that plastered tomorrow is going to be such an exciting thing, because I think as soon as you see it plastered, it just feels like you're so close. And also our decorator popped in today just to do a little check-up on where we are on the house and where he is with his bits and pieces. And another update as well is we've actually had a bit of a, I'm gonna put the camera down a minute because my arm's gonna ache if I carry on holding it. It's gonna be wobbling around everywhere. There we go, that's better. So we had a bit of a blow last week actually, which was one of the first for a little while in the house renovation. Basically we have a house that has pebble dash on it, which is quite old, but we had a renderer come round last year and he checked it all out and he said, oh, it's absolutely fine, we can actually render on top of your existing pebble dash. So he gave us a quote. Also we want to have brick slips on our house as well around some of the features, so he gave us an additional quote for the extra for that. Anyway, very long story short, he come round last week, which we were so excited for, thinking he was just going to give us like colours and swatches and stuff to have a look at. Unfortunately he said because of all the work that's happened to the house, the pebble dash isn't savable anymore. So we had two options. Both were a lot more expensive than we budgeted for this particular thing. It's okay, we're gonna have to take money from other places and it just means that some things won't be fully furnished, which is absolutely fine. And we've had some things actually we over budgeted for everything that we wanted, and some things we've actually taken off. So but anyway, going around the houses. Anyway, he come back and he said, you've got two options. You can either insulate the house, which obviously helps retain the heat, or you can take all the pebble dashing off and start the render again from scratch onto like a flat surface. Both cost exactly the same because I'm guessing it's the same amount of labour. The insulation obviously involves a bit more material, but he said he would do it both for the same price. So the plus side of having the insulation is obviously it keeps the house warm and protected, and the other side there isn't really a benefit really apart from it being on a flat surface. However, to throw a spanner in the works, we have had all of our windows changed in our house, and the windowsills on the outside of the house are very small, and we did that for a reason actually, because we wanted them set so we had more of an inside windowsill than an outside. I think that's kind of how we got to, and also we were never told that we needed to board or take back the pebble dash, so we hadn't accounted for that into the window design. Anyway, so last week was so stressful because we was going back and forth with the window people to see how much it would cost to change these boards. Apparently you've got to take all the windows out. Everything has been done around the new windows, so all the plastering's been done around the windows, things have been decorated and filled, so it just caused absolute havoc to pull the windows out again. Not again, we haven't done it before, but pull them out. To then change the boards. Apparently they don't even do boards as long as what we would need for the insulation, because apparently our pebble dash is really thick, and then if you put an insulation board on top of that, and apparently there's not enough of a gap underneath like the windowsill for it to sit under. This is a whole big learning experience for us, like we've never done this before, and even our builder was like, this isn't very common. So that was a bit of a blow, so we had to go away and kind of think about it and was waiting for his quote. His quote come back tonight, which actually I'd say it wasn't as bad as we thought. It was still not great, but it was better than what we was thinking it could be, and I think we've managed to kind of agree like a rounded figure for it. So yeah, that's been going on this evening, but it is still progress because it does mean that they could potentially start in like 2-3 weeks time, and I think seeing the house completely rendered, it takes about 3 weeks to do what they need to do. So potentially before Christmas having it all completely rendered would look so lovely. We may still get other quotes as well just to see if that's the kind of reasonable figure that it's going for at the moment, but there's not a lot really we can do with things like this, and these are the important things that we have to do. So if that's what we have to do, then we have to take money from elsewhere for other bits and pieces in the rest of the house. So obviously we can do these bits inside whenever, but the bits on the outside we kind of do really need to do sooner rather than later. So yeah, that was a whole renovation thing in itself. yeah, but anyway, I think we're nearly sorted there. I think that's nearly done. But I don't know how I got into this, but basically, so this evening I've been prepping the house because the plasterers are here tomorrow, which I'm so excited for. I don't know how I even got into this. I always think of render as like outside plaster. No, that's where we're going. Hold on. So anyway, that's what I was saying. I'll show you probably tomorrow morning now what the new wall looks like in the hallway. I think I've actually got a picture of it on my phone. I do, because I posted it on Instagram, so I do have a picture on my phone. I'm so happy. It sounds so stupid, but like the bits and pieces like this I love so much. Like these are like the highs of doing a renovation. It's like when you see your vision start to be built, it's like there's no feeling like it, and I just absolutely love it. Good morning, happy Saturday. It's Saturday morning at the moment. It has been a funny couple of days. I've really been feeling unwell the last couple of days, but I'm kind of getting towards the end of it now, which is good. But today I've got a very busy day indoors. Basically, I am going to be sorting out my wardrobes. We had these wardrobes put into our dressing room in June, and it was from a company called the Kent Fitted Wardrobes, I think the company's actually called. These are my ones here, and then these are Ross's ones on this side. And we love them, and you know what we actually did as well, which I was really happy with? What lights? This one. We had our electrician, when he was over, add some lights in to the top. So there's like lights in the top of there and in the top and bottom rails, but they've just got so untidy, and because obviously moving things around and stuff, I've kind of just whacked everything in, and it all needs to be reorganised. So I'm really looking forward to actually redoing that today and getting all my like autumny jumpers out, which I think a lot of them are actually in storage, but there's a lot of them that are like tucked around the back of the corners and stuff, and I want to put them like at the front so I can actually wear them. So that's one of my jobs that I need to do today, which I'm actually, you know, like when you really find these jobs therapeutic, I'm really looking forward to it, because I'm going to get everything out, lay it on my bed, and then sort it all out. And then another thing I've got to do, I'm having a very healthy day today. We basically, I'll just take you downstairs in a second, we organised a room downstairs yesterday. I took the day off and we organised what is basically another bedroom. It had loads of wardrobes in it that were all fitted, and we were getting rid of them to give us some extra space and stuff, but everything's kind of moved around, so I'll show you anyway. But a lot of the stuff that was being stored in there is now up here that I need to find homes for. And then what else do I need to do as well? I've got loads of washing and ironing to do today, which is not exciting, so I won't bring you along for that. But yeah, just a very healthy, homey day today. And I'm actually waiting because Ross has popped out to pick up our nephew, because he's actually taken him to watch football today. So he's gone to pick him up, so they're due back any minute, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. But yeah, I'll show you what it looks like at the moment upstairs, because there's actually been so much going on this week. It's been a really good house week. Loads of updates and stuff and things just like trickling over. But yeah, I'll show you now. So, this is what it looks like. This is tidy for us, I'm not gonna lie, this is tidy. So, this bedroom, I don't know if I'm gonna pop some clips in before actually, but this bedroom had all fitted wardrobes all along this wall, which was like these kind of piney looking wardrobes. Admittedly, we could have replaced the doors and changed, there was a couple of things that were broken inside them, but to be honest, at the time, me and Ross were actually considering knocking this chimney out, which we did end up doing because it was so expensive to do the whole way up. I think I mentioned that before. So we're actually going to keep this, but we unearthed obviously some little surprises. So like this wallpaper, don't know when this was put up, but I find this so interesting. It's like a time capsule, isn't it? And then behind that there's like orchid kind of wallpaper, I think, behind. But yeah, our nephew's going to pop round in a second. He's going to help us take all this stuff downstairs, even though our skip's actually full. But yeah, so this is really cool. But this room has opened up so much more now. These are all the metal things that are inside. But yeah, this is going to be our spare bedroom. So this room's actually going to be really dark, which I'm so excited for. This wall over here is going to be, this door's changing direction, so it's going to open the other way. And then the bed's going to come along here, which is actually our bed from our
that we used to have ourselves in the room next door. And then we're going to put 2 little bedside tables, and then we're actually going to put one of our desks, hopefully it fits, we actually haven't measured it, one of our desks in this corner. And then we did have a chest of drawers, but I think I'm going to sell it on Facebook Marketplace and see if I can find something else. But yeah, and then we've got to strip all these walls. These ceilings have got to come down because they're all like textured ceilings. They actually don't have any asbestos in them. We had them all checked, but it was obviously the fashion at the time to have these. So yeah, so that's all coming out. So this is a lot of progress going on in here. So we're obviously going to rip this carpet up, whack all the ceilings off, and the cove in, because the cornice is going in, and new skirting boards as well. There's like a baby teeny tiny skirting board in here, and also the radiator that's here is actually going under the window over there. So yeah, this room's going to look completely different. I'm really excited for this room. So it's going to be very different from the rest of the house, just going to be very moody. And then as we go in here, this is literally the all the stuff that was in the other room. So our bed's all like dismantled and stuff over here, and our ottoman and stuff. That's a chest of drawers, which I'm actually going to sell. And yeah, all of this stuff. This mirror is actually going over here in this hallway, in this arch here, in this area. So yeah, it's very exciting. There's nothing going on in the downstairs bathroom. We've had a tiler come out and give us an estimate, because the tiler that we wanted to use, who's the tiler who did our ensuite, he's on holiday and he's basically fully booked on a massive job until the end of October. So yeah, we kind of really wanted him, but we're going to see what happens with that. Oh, there we spot a little tiki cat. I was wondering where she was. Right, and then this has had loads of stuff happen this week. I think I've been filming it as it goes along anyway. I need to watch the footage back. But the builder knocked the wall down, then we had the wall rebuilt, and then we've had the electricians in. So basically, which now the electricians are in, it actually feels like it's really coming to life. But we knew she was going to love sitting on here. We've got 2 hallway lights going on the wall up here, which are really lovely lights. I'll see if I can find them actually. Actually, I'll show you them in a second. But yeah, they're going up here. This wall's going to be painted, and there's also going to be a radiator that kind of sits like symmetrically in the middle of that wall. And then we're going here. This is what me and Ross spent ages doing yesterday. Also, there's a horrible smell coming from down here. Everyone we've asked has kind of said this is very normal when you unearth, like, I want to say air, but like air that's been under the house. It doesn't smell so bad now, but it really smelled like death. I can't even explain it. It was horrible. Hello! So I'm literally just about to put this video onto YouTube. I was watching the end of it and I completely realised that I was like mid-sentence, and I think I stopped recording to like film from a different angle, and I just didn't carry on filming. So I'm so sorry. I did actually film that, finish that clip in the living room, but anyway, I was getting to the point where I thought this is going to be boring to watch any more of this bloody living room looking like this. But I am going to upload this video tomorrow, which I'm like really excited about. So I'm just going to make the final edits now and put it onto YouTube. But when I film from maybe tomorrow for next week's video, there's so many things to update you on. Like, there's literally been so much happening in the house, and this week coming is so exciting, because we're actually having the kitchen installed, which is like, if I can't even explain how exciting that is for me, as someone firstly who loves food, and secondly who loves a kitchen, and thirdly because we've not had a kitchen since since May. So we're on the verge of like 4 or 5 months without kitchen, so I'm so excited to get our kitchen installed. Yeah, so anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next week for a really exciting video and lots of really exciting updates. So thanks for watching, bye!